Hi guys, it's good to see you. First of all, I want to say I wish you a happy and prosperous new year. We are Group 4 and today we are going to deliver you a short presentation about whether failure motivates us. So here is our beautiful and handsome group members. And this is the table of contents that we're going to go through today. 4 main parts, as you can see on this slide. And today's case is about Daniel Louis Doktorov in his effort of bringing the Olympics to New York in 2012. And as you can see on the slide, there are some key points about his effort. Is that he spent $4 million of his own money on this thing, and he traveled a half mile, which means around 800,000 kilometers. So as you can see on the slide here, the distance between the Earth and the Moon is only nearly 400,000 kilometers. So you can see his huge effort, right? And he also spent 100 hours at work in a week. And he also staked reputation as a genius, banker, investor in New York on something that most people say foolhardy. Yeah. And some people say it motivates him, but some people say it demotivates him. So in order to make it clear, I think that failure is the opposite of success. So in order to analyze whether or not it motivates us, we should define what success really is. So according to TED, the success can mean feeling that tickle of excitement about what you do, sticking with what matters through hard times, and living a life that you can feel proud of in retrospect. And as Denzel Washington said, it's not about how much you have, it's about what you do with what you have. And in my opinion, success is a continuous journey, not a destination. And Denzel Washington also suggests people to fail big, because he said if you don't fail, you're not even trying. And there's an OIQ test was connect the 9 dots with 4 straight lines. The only ways to do is to go outside the box. Yeah, the only way to do it is to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to go outside the box.
Our group has come to the conclusion that failure is the motivation behind our accomplishment. We could say that failure is a part of the road to success. These following arguments and examples will make it clear. Failure is a necessary part of success, so we can say that without it, we will struggle to succeed. When we fail, we often remember the process for a longer period of time than when we succeed, and this serves as a lesson and motivation for our future attempts. We always try to look back to find out the mistake we made, and the greater the failure, the greater the obsession. We never want to repeat the same error, so we continue learning how to improve our capacity after a failure. For example, Milton Hershey is known as the American Chocolate King, the founder of the Hershey Chocolate Company. He opened his first candy store at the age of 18, but it failed. Failure did not detract from his passion, so Milton decided to gain experience by working for a candy factory. In 1883, Milton opened a candy store and quickly became a success. He wasn't afraid to fail and challenge, so 10 years later, he sold the candy store despite everyone's disapproval, and founded the Hershey Chocolate Company, which is still the most popular chocolate today.
The second argument of our team is that there is nothing called failures if humans really consider things in different perspectives. People usually look at failures that they faced with a unilateral perspective, which is they think that they failed to try for something, and they think that they are the true losers that are not strong and good enough to be successful. But why don't we just get the failures in a completely different perspective? A sign that can bring motivations rather than criticisms to oneself. Failing to do something doesn't mean we cannot do anything else, and it doesn't mean we don't have any competence. Taking failures as a motivation is one thing. Before that, the way that people choose to consider the failures is another thing. Humans might be not that rational at the moment they collapse, but the only thing they can and only do is accepting the truth that they just felt and taking the experience from it. At this moment, how you see these past events and experiences that lift you up or it could crush you down. To be more realistic, I will cite two examples of this. The first one is about Thomas Edison. He once said, "I haven't failed. I just found 10,000 ways that won't work." So his perspective at those failures were different from anyone else. He faced it as it was something that optimistic and funny rather than something really miserable. The second person I want to mention is Michael Jordan, a legend of basketball. So we may think that a legend should be 100% of success, right? But actually, it's ridiculous that he once said in a Nike advertisement that I have missed more than 9,000 shots. I have lost almost 300 games, and 26 times I have been trusted to take the game winning and missed. I have failed and failed and failed over again in my life, but that is why I succeed. So, his perspective to the failures is the secret to his success in this competitive field. So, in short, perspective to the failures is something really essential when we meet the drawback.
A fact is that learning from failures again the key to success. Well, is by putting ourselves into action that we can experience failure. But if this action allows us to learn or to test hypotheses, even if it proves to be unsuccessful, is it still a failure? After all, practice makes perfect, and it's by failing that one gains experience. By learning from our blunders, we can evolve by identifying our areas for improvement so that we don't repeat the same mistakes over and over again. By doing so, it's even possible to anticipate our future obstacles, which makes it possible to prepare as well as possible to face them. Later on, we may encounter new difficulties, but they will be different, and the experience gained will allow us to overcome them more easily. Little by little, we will transform these failures into assets, and they will help us grow, get closer to our goals, and grasp the key to success. Well, moreover, failure to refocus on yourself and then aim for success. Well, failure, when it occurs, cuts us off from our actions and forces us to stop for a few moments. But this pause offers us an ideal time for introspection and reflection, allowing us to take stock of the road we have traveled. This time of rest is also a perfect opportunity to listen to our little inner voice and to question ourselves on our journey. Do we like what we are doing? Are we fulfilled? Do we dream of doing something else before we start? It's important to answer these questions with kindness and self-compassion. In particular, these questions will help us to refocus on what we love. Well, failure can thus be seen as an intersection of our journey. It allows us to change course and accept new opportunities that we hesitated to seize before. It's from failures that many successes are born. For example, did you know that if J.K. Rowling hadn't been fired, she probably never would have written Harry Potter? Proof, if proof were needed, that failures are in fact opportunities to reinvent ourselves and find our way.
Now we're coming to the final part of our presentation today. How can I use failures as motivation? Failures are more important than success, but once you are successful, failures fail to reach you. So the first thing you need to do is start working on failures. Success will follow you. You can make more internal motivation by these given steps to turn failure into success. The first step is find the lesson. So the question, what do you learn from failure? Short answer, a lot more than you think. The first lesson you can give from failure is resilient. Resilience is an important life skill to build, and when you build resilience, it helps you in other way too. Resilience can help you build a growth mindset. It can help you adopt the right behavior to overcome change. Secondly, is innovation and creativity. As he said that before, Edison didn't land the light bulb on the first, second, or even 1,000 try. It took 10,000 try to perfect the light bulb. Innovation and creativity take times, iteration, and failure along the way. So you have to practice some patience to give the creative choices flowing even amid failure. Furthermore, in your flexibility, you have learned from your first failure what you need to adjust your goal, or maybe you can still achieve your goal. You just need to adjust your approach. That's where flexibility is. So these given lessons can enhance your self efficacy. The second step involves to be brave. To step into your dream life require that you be brave. Bravery is a learned skill, not a trait. Bravery develops over time, and over time when we take risks, fail, and later achieve. Your commitment to that dream must be greater than your fears and desire to suit yourself. Your dream and your commitment, it will move to be brave and find success. And the final step is refine your goal. Design potential objective can evaluate your strengths and weakness. It can help you get out of your comfort zone. So I want to introduce you the SMART goal structure. You know, the SMART in SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. The first S stands for specific. Goals should be focused so that they have a specific desired outcome. So rather than I want to be better at math, a student should say, I would like to learn fraction really well so I can get an A in math. Next, measurable. There had to be a way to measure the outcome so a student can tell when progress is made and the goals is reached. Students should be asking, how much do I need to do, or how do I know when I have reached my goal? And A is achievable. This means students must feel challenged, but the goal must remain possible. Sometimes students have the right resource available to them and calmly consider the goal seem within their reach. Sometimes goals must be adjusted when students see that they find this is expected to merge. And next is about relevant. The goal should be personal and relevant to the student. If it matters to them, they will be more likely to accomplish it. And last but not least is about timely. Goals need a deadline, a start and finish day. And there can be maker along the way or micro goals. So finishing a chapter may be a goal in itself, although the ultimate goal is finishing the book, the purpose of the book. So you can see that your goal commitment and your potential goal can enhance your task performance. So the purpose of failure is to motivate us to achieve our goals and convert dream into reality. On and on, failures take us to take risks in life and fight bravely. So wish for it, try for it, fail for it, again, fail better for it, and it helps to achieve the dream. So thank you for listening our presentation today, and hope you have a nice holiday as Christmas.